Alright, so that was a nice practice.
Yeah.
Alright. Now flowing. If you make a mistake, just flow with it.
Yeah.
Welcome one.
Welcome, Manny.
And this is your house of knowledge, a space for insight and fun facts, dumplings and somethings. A podcast where two distant relatives come together to discuss the dumplings in life, and hopefully you guys learn something.
You damn right.
I'm your chef, Daniel Myers.
Sous chef, Yuki Chai. Let's cook.
I hope you have seasoning.
So now we talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Alright, bro. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing alright. Long day, long weekend, in fact.
I think this has to be the Patreon episode because we don't have any dumplings in front of us right now.
We do? What do you mean?
Can you grab the dumplings very quickly?
Alright.
What type of dumplings are these?
These are, I would assume, dumplings from the Middle East.
Why?
Because they do have a very different dough.
So when you say the dumplings from the Middle East, that's very vague for me.
Not Middle East. I would say for Central Asia. That would be the right word. Central Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Because the dough or the wrap of the dumplings are a lot thicker.
Central Asia dumplings
Central
are thicker
Asia dumplings
wraps.
are thicker. Yes, they don't got no thin wraps. They are a little heavier, on the heavier side.
Is there a special type of folding in different Asian countries for dumplings?
Probably. Or in fact, different countries have different way of wrapping dumplings. But I must correct myself. Even China has thick dough dumplings. So it may be Chinese, it may be China, but not South Chinese.
And the thick dough is obviously so that the filling doesn't burst out.
Burst out? No, maybe. I don't know. I can be wrong. But there are dumplings all over the world. And they are named differently.
What's the filling of this one?
Polish have... Oh, sorry. Let me finish. The Polish have dumplings. The Russian have dumplings. Asians have dumplings. Germans, maybe. They call it Mauertaschen.
Germans call it Mauertaschen?
Mauertaschen, which I'm not sure where it came from. It could be East Europe. So I don't think Germans have dumplings to begin with. But probably came from East Europe, I would assume.
You know what I always think about? Like, the world that we live in now, even though the world that we live in now has its own problems in this modern time, like, the past generations was much harder. Like, the world back in the day was much more difficult to live in as far as war, Great Depressions, different diseases that we didn't have medical aid for. And, like, when you visit different countries and you hear of their national dishes, it's a very basic dish. Maybe 2-3 ingredients, but that's a country's national dish. And my observation is that it's always a dish that was eaten very often during hard times, and now it has become the national dish. Like, when I think of, I don't know what the German national dish is, but it has to be something with potato. It's just something quick to eat, and I assume we could double check this after. It has to do like during the times of war, when there was not enough provisions, that you just do something with potato. Potato is very versatile. You know, you could feed a lot of people with just potatoes.
Potato.
You know, in my country we have our national dish called pilau. It's kind of like a paella in Spain. It's just rice and a little bit of meat and maybe a little beans inside it.
Right.
And that's our national dish, pilau. What's the national dish in Malaysia? Can you think of anything?
Oh, we do. We have something called a nasi lemak. They call it a fat rice. It may be offensive to many of our listeners.
Why?
It's too blunt, but we do call it in our language fat rice.
I don't think you're gonna get in trouble if it's saying fat rice, bro.
No. But
only the rice would be offended.
Yeah, the rice will be offended, for sure.
Why did we call it fat rice?
We eat them anyway.
You damn right.
We eat them. We offend them and we eat them.
I think I had too much sauce on that last dumpling.
Was it good though?
Honestly, I've had better, bro. What was the name of this place?
I'm sure. It's called Ledu. Ledu in Chinese, or rather pronounced correctly, ledu, is translated into English, Happy Bunny.
Happy Bunny,
Happy Bunny.
like
Yes.
Bugs Bunny.
Yes, Bugs Bunny. Happy Bunny. So that's ledu.
All right.
And they have good dumplings, generally. I mean, they're not great, but I would say for the general Western customers or Western audience, I would say it's good.
All right. What was
It's
it filling?
decent.
What was it filling?
The filling was a mix of meat and shrimps, I would assume.
What type of meat?
Don't remember. I think it was beef and shrimp.
Beef and shrimp.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's decent.
You know, I like shrimp, but I don't get the big hype behind it because it's not filling for me. I have to eat a lot of shrimp to feel satisfied.
But if you have many, I guess you would enjoy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
If you
saying.
have like an entire shrimp salad bowl.
Yeah, but
Oh, wait, shrimp cocktail. That's the word. Shrimp cocktail. When you go to a 5-star hotel, they got this martini glass, and then they hang shrimps right around.
isn't it like
rim.
in tomato sauce? Like you dip it in
Something like that. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
it doesn't look appetizing,
No,
to be
I mean,
honest.
it's kind of pretty.
But we're talking about taste right now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, what I'm talking about, like when I go to a restaurant, I would not. Shrimp is not on the top of my list to choose something to eat because in my mind I'm thinking I'm not going to be filled by this
Yes,
dish.
you won't be filled, and it's pricey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the girls them love that, boy.
Yeah,
When it
I
comes
don't
to
know.
see when it no, when you mean
sure?
to seafood, like,
Yeah.
even though women like to see food, when they eat seafood,
Yeah.
they always eaten. From my experience, it's always like some type of calamari, some type of shrimp. I've noticed that ladies love a lot of seafood.
Never knew.
My observation, or maybe just like the people that I speak to.
I mean, I'm sure back home, everybody loves seafood, but in Europe, I don't. Maybe because we're in Germany. Germany does not. Well, we're landlocked. We don't have much.
Variety.
We don't. Well, in Germany, there's not much coastal areas except the North Sea
Yeah,
and
hamburger and stuff.
Hamburg. Yeah, exactly. And there aren't much seafood to begin with, so it's not a thing here. But back home, plenty.
You say back home, like can you tell me one type of seafood in Malaysia that is maybe a little strange to other countries for eating, but you guys, it's a delicacy in Malaysia?
I don't know. Could be crabs.
Crab isn't like a strange food around the world. How do you guys
In
do it?
Germany, maybe. I don't see crabs in Germany.
Like when you go to restaurants and stuff?
Yeah,
You know, now that I think about it, I don't really see crab on the menu here. Now that I
No.
think about it.
not as much. There are fish, but there aren't crustaceans.
We have
Shrimps,
this.
maybe some, but still, limit.
We have this dish back home. It's not a national dish, but it's like it's a quote unquote national dish.
Yeah.
It's called bake and shark.
Bake and shark.
We eat shark
Oh,
in TNT.
cool.
Not to be mistaken for shark and bake, because international people always when they come to the country they say, "Can I get a shark and bake?" It's
What's
a
a shark and
bake.
bake?
It's the same thing,
Same
but
thing, but
I
it's bake
want
and
you
shark.
to say it the right way.
Right. Bake and shark.
Bake and shark.
Bake and shark it is.
But-
So shark gets baked,
No, shark gets fried.
fried.
Bake is actually like the bread.
Right.
Bake is like it's a fried dough.
Right.
It's so the best way to describe it is like a bread, and the shark is fried, and then you get different toppings of veggies and different condiments of your liking.
Okay.
I can make it for you actually one of these days.
All right.
Bake and shark.
If you do find shark meat,
You damn right.
because
Yeah,
it's
shark.
kind of a illegal thing now
Shark?
to eat sharks. Technically. But I suppose
Really?
for islanders, it's a bit different because you have. I'm not sure. I would only speculate. I would only speculate.
I know whaling
Yeah.
is illegal
Whaling is illegal.
in
Shark,
majority of the world.
shark technically is also frowned upon. Shark, hunting is frowned upon.
Oh,
Because
don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to defend TNT right now, but from my knowledge, I could be wrong. Tell me if somebody write in the comments. It's not like we hunting great white and tiger sharks.
No.
It's like reef sharks or black tip sharks or white tip sharks. Those small sharks.
you're right.
I mean, I'm not saying if a fisherman catches a large shark that he may not take advantage of an opportunity.
Of course.
But it's not like we are looking for big sharks. You know, it's
Right.
more like reef sharks.
You're not aggressively hunting for sharks. I would assume.
No, but the big boy sharks. I'm talking about the
sharks.
big boy
Yeah,
sharks.
yeah. But sharks in general is endangered.
Yeah. I need to
And
check that out, bro. Now
They
I'm
don't
feeling bad.
breed. They don't breed as quick. You know, and one shark, gets a calf every season. They breed maybe one or two sharks, one or two baby sharks.
Babies, yeah.
When the babies do end up coming out of the womb, because most of the time, baby sharks eat. They're they are
They're carnivores. Yeah.
not carnivores. They are cannibals.
Cannibals. Yeah.
Yeah. Once a baby shark matures in the womb, it will eat the rest of the baby.
The weaker.
Yeah, correct. So sharks are technically endangered, but
That's wild, bro.
it was made endangered by what I believe was Chinese culture and my own culture.
How so?
Because we hunt sharks aggressively for the fins.
Really?
Yes. For that, I'll take a moment and restart the camera.
Why? Camera's still running.
Camera is almost time.
Okay.
And
Can I add to your fin conversation?
yes, go fin.
This is hard. I'm such a hypocrite right now because I eat sharks.
Speak.
But in TNT and maybe other parts of the Caribbean for sure, it's frowned upon. Sorry about that, guys. It's frowned upon, but some people hunt sea turtle.
Oh yeah.
And
Happens.
what pisses me off is that they only want the fins
Of the turtle?
of the turtle. So they
Oh.
sometimes sea turtle and leatherback turtle.
Yeah.
And they would cut off the fins and they would use it to make their soups or whatever. And basically you just have this massive creature just dying just because people wanted the fins to eat. And that breaks my heart, bro.
Yeah, that's
Because
like
I've gone to see leatherback turtles in the wild lay eggs, and you would hear the tour guides who carry us on these tours because it's like early in the morning because leatherbacks come out at like 2 in the morning to lay their eggs. I don't know if you've ever seen turtles lay eggs before.
I do.
Yeah, and they are massive, bro. They're like a mini car, massive. And you would see pictures on the internet circulating of like people standing on top of the turtle. You know,
Yeah, dumb tourists.
dumb tourists, bro.
Yeah.
But some of these people are locals, dog. Like,
Could
because-
be, yeah.
no, I'm telling you, like,
Villagers
yeah.
and whatnot.
The villagers who live in the village where the turtles are coming to lay, they will tell you, no, don't do that.
Of course.
It's the people who coming from outside the village to
Yeah.
come and see the turtles, and then they want to post something on their IG that looks funky, so they stand up on this massive
They
creature.
have their little fun.
Because turtles go in a trance when they start to lay. Because it's not like when you're taking a shit
Yeah.
and like you're aware of everything.
No, of course.
When turtles start to lay, they go in a trance and they just lay.
Well, it's just like human beings going in labor. Same thing, I would assume.
No, I don't think they go in a trance, bro. They're very much present. The women be screaming from left to right.
Yeah, but you are, I suppose your mind is all over the place as well. I mean, you're not just pain, but the pain takes you somewhere.
Ladies, comment below. Who has had a child? Let us know where was your mind during that procedure. I know my mom told me I was a burden, bro. As in, like, she was in labor for the entire day. I came out early in the morning. I was stressing her out all day.
Wow.
You know, I told her, Mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Can you imagine in a long stretch of time having pain? All you think of is pain, but you would like to be somewhere else to avoid thinking of the pain. So your mind technically is jumping from one place to another.
You're talking about trying to distract yourself from the pain.
Yeah, I mean,
So you try to picture yourself in a happy place.
someone like I won't call it a trance, but technically your mind is elsewhere. Same goes to a turtle laying eggs. The turtle is putting all its effort in laying eggs, its mind is also elsewhere. Could be. I mean, just observation.
I have a story, bro. When I was a teenager, in high school, you get placed in group projects, yeah, for different classes. I remember there was this one subject. I can't even remember the subject, but I remember my teacher. She put me in a group with like 3 other guys. I went to an all-male school. In my country, our schools, like I don't know if I've ever told you, we have mixed schools, co-ed schools, and same-gender schools, same-sex schools. And traditionally in my country, since we were colonized by the British, the same-sex schools are like more scholastic. So like those are like a little higher tier schools. So I went to an all-male school. Shout out to Trinity East. Anyway, I digress. I was put in this group to do this project, and it was so much work. I think it was geography class or something like that. We had to meet on a Saturday by one of the guys' family homes, and we would do the project there, right? Went there, TNT families, they will never let someone come into the house and you not host them and give them a good meal and something good to drink. So this guy, his mom gives all the guys a nice plate of food, some juice. We had a great meal. So I went for seconds. So see me with my plate, empty plate, go into the mother, and I said auntie. I think I said auntie because out of respect we say aunties or we say moms.
We refer to any other elderly ladies as aunties.
So I said auntie, do you have any more beef? And she was like, beef? I was like, yeah, the beef that we just had. She's like, that wasn't beef. I said, what was it? She said, that was turtle. I was like, that was a turtle.
And you cried right there and then.
Bro, I put the plate down and I sat down for a second. I was like, that was a turtle.
I ate turtle. It was delicious.
It was fucking delicious. But I was like, nah, bro, I'm not supporting the cutting of the fins,
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave me stewed turtle.
Damn.
It's like how this, like they
I
do.
have never tried. I would like to try once.
Bro, we just had a conversation about turtle friends. What are you talking about?
Just once.
No, bro. No. Says the guy who eats sharks.
Yeah, I do. I actually.
No, me.
Oh, says the guy that eats sharks. Yeah. But I would say that you, in your culture, you savor the entire shark. You eat the entire shark, I would assume.
Yeah, the shark.
The way you eat shark sounds like you ate the whole shark.
Yeah, for sure.
For Chinese, we cruel.
Yeah,
we
dog.
cruel.
You guys just take a special part.
Take the fin, the entire fish just goes back in the water, finless, and just dies right there.
That's messed up, bro.
It is fucked up. I mean, yeah, it is sad. At the end of the day, we all, as human beings, we eat meat. But the way we process shark in the Chinese culture is strange. Because we say, in our belief, that the shark fin has magical properties or like health benefits.
So what you're telling me is that
But
you
the
want
meat-
my arms and legs, but the rest of me is not good enough.
Oh yeah. The rest is just hard meat. Hard, tasteless meat.
You guys take the fins and we take the rest for break and shark.
You're right.
That's
It
bro.
is just strange. And for that, in fact, the fin is tasteless. The fin tastes like nothing, except yeah, sure, it has some texture. But at the end of the day, we still add soy sauce to it. And to this day, but at least somehow, someone figured out an alternative.
What's the alternative?
I don't know, some kind of fungus, some kind of mushroom.
To do what?
To replace the texture of the shark fin. So it was a fake shark fin.
Yeah, but you started off saying that the shark fin has magical properties.
Yeah, no, magical.
So this fungus
was exaggerated.
magical too?
Magical was exaggerated. No, health benefits. But the thing is, sharks are driven to a point of extinction. We have no choice. We gotta let go.
You're saying people have found an alternative for these health benefits
No,
fungus?
not health benefits, but just to replace the food itself with no health benefits, even if it is.
So why would they eat it?
But the thing is, it's a baseless it's based on nothing. The health benefits were basically words that were passed down from generation to generation. It might even be a false
false
saying. Yeah, you're right.
To look into that.
Nobody knows. Nobody gets to prove whether it has health benefits or not. But somehow we're able to find alternatives to replace the feel and the taste of the shark fin. Replacements.
You guys comment below if anyone who's listening actually knows about this type of health benefits from shark fins. That'll be interesting to know.
I mean, such as many traditional food. I mean, that was phrased wrongly. Food from traditional beliefs could be tiger paws, could be ox penis,
Oxtail tastes good.
oxtail, could be, I don't know, all kinds of funky stuff. Bear claws.
Bear claws? Who eating bear claws?
I don't know.
Bro.
I don't remember who eats bear claws.
First of all, for you to get close enough to a bear to get that claw, you good, bro. You really good. You know what is in the animal world, in the water world? Orcas, killer whales. Do you know that's similar to like Asians? So that's effed up. Similar to like
Asians.
Chinese.
What?
Not that the orcas just want the fin, but orcas particularly only want shark liver. They kill the sharks just to bite out a chunk of the liver.
Chomp off the liver.
And then they just leave the shark.
Damn.
The shark.
That's crazy.
No, that's nature.
Do you know where you see it?
I saw it on I've been fascinated by
National
orcas.
Geo?
I'm watching something on Netflix right now. I think it's Our Planet.
Right.
And I really like whales, bro. And for example, like orcas are not whales, they are dolphins, but they're massive. But for example, I find them fascinating but so terrifying. For example, orcas, I just told you, they eat the shark liver alone and they leave the shark. And they also eat baby sperm whales.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart because a sperm whale only makes one infant. And that one infant is just killed by a school of orcas. Or pod of orcas.
A pod of orcas.
And I was like, come on, bro. Pick on somebody your own size, man. Why didn't you try to fight the mother? Of course, they're gonna go for the weaker and the smaller one.
Well, mother's too big.
Bro, that broke my heart when I saw that baby whale die. I was like, oh gosh. Off the coast of Ecuador.
Damn. Whales.
Alright. I would love to see them breach though. Like whales breach.
Whales breaching. Oh, yeah. They're cool. I've seen videos of it.
People always ask me like...
Probably want to go to Scandinavia. I think a lot of people...
Yeah, that's what they say.
Like,
people always say like, what's on your bucket list of places to go? I don't have a bucket list of places to go. But I have a bucket list of things that I want to do.
Alright.
For example, watching whales breach. I don't care where it is. Just tell me where it is and I'm gonna go.
You go.
You know? I want to see lions. Obviously, it's limited to Africa.
Right.
Fun fact, there are lions in Mexico, but they eat them. The domesticated lions in Mexico, but they are for food.
Mexicans eat lions.
Bro, in some parts of Mexico.
Top of the food chain, man. Top of the food chain.
Not in Mexico.
Humans are top of the food chain.
Bro.
Humans eat lions. Wow. That's crazy.
That's wild.
That is wild.
When I heard that, I was like, wow.
Have we run out of food?
No, bro. They're just people just being curious. So they eat lion meat. Anyway, I digress. I would love to see whales breach. And for example, like I would love to see lions. It's my favorite animal in the wild, but obviously you have to go to Africa for that. Yeah,
of course.
Do you have a
favorite animal?
Yeah,
I do. Sharks.
No, bro.
No, I don't eat sharks. I meant it truly. That I'm
which
into
type?
Sharks. In
Generally,
general, I know sharks. I know black tip. I know white tip. I know whale shark.
You know your sharks.
My dream would be to swim along a whale shark.
Fun fact: a whale shark is a fish.
True.
Shark
is a fish.
A shark is a fish too.
Yeah.
I messed
a
up.
whale shark is not a whale, but a fish. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
massive
fish.
Gigantic.
Oh yeah.
Big mouth.
Big fish.
Bad bitch.
Bad bitch. Yeah, it is bad. No, it's a gentle. It's a gentle shark. It's the gentlest shark in the world.
Have you ever
Does no
swam with
harm.
sharks?
Does no harm. What?
Have you ever swam with sharks?
Ooh, I swam with a school of sharks.
Ooh, where?
You know, somewhere off the coast of Malaysia.
Talk to me nice. How was it?
It was fed. I mean, clearly the school of shark were fed, and then they were just circling around the coast.
Yo.
And I just went down. I went past the border because they were being fed past the border. So there was a chain of buoy that tells us not to swim out because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But being me, I like danger. I went out just a couple of meters out of the buoys. I mean, technically, nobody stops you from getting out, but it is to your own safety.
Let me tell you something one time, bro.
I tried, went out, have a look, and the school of shark was just circling in front of me, maybe about 10 to 20 meters away. That's a little far.
Let me mention something one time. Don't do that shit with me. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not going to play hero.
You're not gonna survive in a Jaws movie.
Bro, as much as I can swim, my biggest fear of life is drowning. And if you do that kind of BS in the water with me, I'm gonna just say, Yuki, but I'm not going for you, bro. I would live to tell your tale, and I might even name my son after you in your name.
But you're not gonna help. You're gonna run.
I'm gonna call for help.
You're gonna run.
I can't run in the water.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call for help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Trident.
Call Trident. Who? Aquaman.
Aquaman. Bro, don't do that with me, bro. Don't. If you know that the buoy is here, don't cross that, bro.
I was curious. Funny enough, right before I crossed the buoys, let's take a moment and restart the camera.
What? Oh. Guys, we apologize for the pauses. We don't have the best equipment. It's a learning. It's a step-by-step podcast. Give us some time. Give us some grace. I wanna put it together.
I wonder how we're gonna put transition in between because the audio has been recording the whole time.
I kind of like it. Let them know about.
And then we go dark for a couple of seconds and then we come back out.
Let them know how tough this mother effer is. You know?
Right.
I've swum with sharks as well.
Right. Baby sharks.
I've swum with sharks in Jamaica.
Cool.
And I've swum with sharks in
One shark
in the Bahamas.
Lots of sharks.
But these are domesticated sharks.
Right.
So obviously they're in the ocean, but there's a buoy, there's a net keeping them in a certain bay.
Right.
And it's a tourist attraction where you come and you feed the sharks, and when they're fed, you can go in and touch them. But these are reef sharks, and don't quote me on my sharks. And some like black tip, white tip sharks.
I would assume black tips. Usually.
Black tips or white tips, yeah. So they're small, but there was this one guy. I remember specifically. I was with my friends. One of my closest female friends lives in the Bahamas, and we went to like watch this shark show. And also like in the Bahamas, there's like
shark show.
There's a tourist attraction where there are pigs on the beaches.
Right.
So we went to see the pigs. You know,
swimming pigs.
So they're in the water. Yeah. But this is you know like those memes on Instagram. They'll be like, where they show the Instagram version and then the reality version.
Right.
The reality version is just it's a whole bunch of pigs that go in the water and they take a poop in the water. So the water is full of pig crap.
That's interesting.
You know, so it's not as cool as it is. So everybody is like in the water and these pigs just pooping, and I was like, nah, bro. I came out. But when there was a shark area, when there were no pigs in the water, this big buff guy, American, the tour guides, what they do is that they feed the sharks, but I think like they had this rope, and they put like a piece of meat on the end of the rope, and they toss it out, and obviously the sharks started to pull at it. And they give the biggest guy in the group, you know, macho guy. He's like, yeah.
Do some tug of war with the shark.
Yeah. So they give it to him. He's like, yeah, pull the sharks in, pull them in. If you see my boy, pulling, back in, horse stance, pulling hard. He didn't get anywhere, bro. Everybody's cheering him on. Those sharks put him flat on his face, bro.
Wow.
What do you expect? And yeah, he
sounds like a good show. Sounds like he put on a good show.
Not really. His pride was gone, bro. Everybody just was like, yeah, boy, take a drink, and that was it. Yeah, because he was acting all cocky and singing. And the tour guy was like, yeah, pull. He couldn't fight nature.
That is cool.
Yeah. Too much whey protein.
Sharks. Yeah, I personally don't like. I do not say I dislike, but I would say I'm no fan of such toying with animals, sort of entertainment.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Keeping animals at bay just so that you could entertain tourists. I mean, might as well the tourists just swim right out, far out from the coast and have a look for themselves. I mean, I understand the marketing point of view where you keep the animals at bay so that everybody could see everything at once. You don't have to go out and hunt for, just take a peek at one or two animals, but you can see everything at the bay. It's kind of sad to see that, but I suppose tourism is tourism. You want to let people enjoy everything at one place.
Now, even though I went to that, after the experience, I said to myself, this is not. Fortunately, my Bahamas trip, there was no type of buoy or net stopping the sharks from swimming back out.
Ah, okay.
These sharks were used to coming to this particular spot
because
and
they've been
getting food.
fed.
Yeah. But in Jamaica, these sharks were it's almost like they were caged into a certain part of the beach.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
So
where was that?
That's a little pity.
Ocho Rios in Jamaica.
Ocho Rios.
Ocho Rios.
It's
a big tourist attraction in Jamaica.
All right.
But yeah, man. Whales, lions, my top two.
Whales and lions.
Killer whales and lions. Yeah. And you know what I like about these animals? They are devastating creatures. Absolutely deadly. But because they are communal creatures,
deadly and majestic, I would say.
Deadly and majestic and caring.
Okay.
Like a pride of lions, how they all look out for each other. A pod of whales, how they all look out for each other. The documentary even showed like a funeral in the whale pod, like when one of the babies died.
I think I heard about it somewhere.
And how the pod was grieving.
Right.
And I was like, these are the same animals that will just go for the shark liver. But then in their community, they are so family oriented and caring.
Tight-knit.
I think that's the dynamic I like between, for example, like jaguars, solitary animals, tigers, solitary animals. They hunt, they go their way. But communal animals, I vibe with more,
Cool.
Because community to me is a value. I value community.
It does say a lot about a person, the animals that they like.
But in a small tangent, one communal animal that I saw in this documentary that is heartless is wild dogs.
Wild dogs. Oh yeah, they are communal. Yes.
Wild dogs are communal, yeah. But for example, the opposite from lions and some big cats. Big cats attack, kill, and they wait until their prey is dead so that they can protect themselves.
Yeah.
Meaning like they don't want their prey to be fighting them back.
Right.
So a big cat will fight, bite you on the neck, cut off your circulation, break whatever in your neck, and they would wait until you stop moving, right? And then they would start to eat. Wild dogs, they eat you alive, bro. Hyenas, they eat you alive as well.
Hyenas are dogs.
No, hyenas are not dogs.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're not dogs.
I remember seeing somewhere hyenas are dogs.
I don't know if they are part of the canine family. It's a common mistake. Don't quote me. But wild dogs, as soon as they grab onto their prey, because they hunt as a pack, as one grabs on and then the others grab on, they all just start a tug of war, bro. They don't care if you are alive or dead, bro.
They tear it up.
They literally rip you apart.
Like alligators. They do a dead roll as well.
To rip you apart. Yeah, but alligators drown you.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Crocodiles drown you. The crocodilian family, they drown you.
Yeah.
Dogs. But wild dogs, they would hunt a gazelle or an impala, grab it, rip it while it's still crying.
Damn.
Mommy!
Damn.
Dog, that was wild. Bro. Kind of graphic to look at.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Kill me. If you're going to eat me, kill me. Don't let me see you fillet my arm.
Kill you slowly.
Yeah, don't let me. I don't want to watch you enjoy me and say, do you have any seasoning? No. Take me out.
That reminds me. No, I can't. I could be wrong on this one, but I thought piranhas does the same. They do the same thing too, but that's when they sense blood,
Yeah.
and then they would come up
Yeah.
and tear you flesh by flesh.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm not sure.
There's
Some documentaries say that piranhas are actually very not as aggressive as how films depicting them.
definitely. They are not.
So
Because
I
films
don't
depict
know.
them as soon as you go in the water, piranhas will devour you.
Yeah.
You have to have some type of stimulant, and they
Correct.
also don't, even though there's blood, they don't rush it immediately. They one like is like a scout,
Yeah.
does like a test bite,
Because
and then the rest will come.
they're opportunists.
Yeah.
They hunt when it's the right time, but they don't necessarily do it at the get go. They don't jump right on the first whiff of blood. I don't think so. Could be wrong.
If you were a predator, because of your personality now, what type of predator do you think you are? Do you think you're an ambush predator? Do you think you are run out and get their prey predator?
I suppose a
Do you
person-
think that you are group hunt predator?
Mhm.
Like, if you had to think of an animal, how they hunt?
I would say it's really dependent on the person's journey in life. Sometimes a person can be an ambush predator. Sometimes a person can be a group hunting predator. I'm at the phase where I think I could be.
Be authentic. Be real.
I could be. No, I would say I'm still. I have to belong to a pack
A pack for hunting.
for hunting.
Okay.
I am not at the stage where I could hunt on my own. Could be. I would say so. I would say I'm part group hunting and a part solitary hunting.
So what about laying traps? Not your style.
No, not really. I don't ambush. Not to say I don't, maybe subconsciously, but no, not sure at the moment. I don't know how to define ambushing.
I definitely could define.
But if you have all kinds of plans in your head, and then you plan out some scenarios, then could you be an ambush predator?
For example, I'm not a pack predator. Even though I love lions, like if I had to describe my hunting style, like if we're talking about me trying to get the attention of a woman, I hunt like it's like an ambush predator. I would like almost like a jaguar or like a crocodile. I wait until you come close by and then I pounce. So like I set up the environment where it seems safe,
Right.
by the punch bowl and just chilling out and just having a good time and laughing and stuff. When you get close enough, if you tickle my fancy, if I find you interesting, that's when I pounce. But it's not like me see you from the punch bowl by the DJ and walk up to you at the DJ
That would be
and attack. That's a direct predator.
That was a direct predator.
That's a cheetah running after its prey.
All right.
That's not me. That's not me at all. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you, when I'm planning my traps and waiting to pounce, and I see the cheetahs when I'm in my tree as a jaguar waiting to pounce, and then I see the cheetahs.
The cheetah ran straight up.
Run straight it and get to it. I'm like, motherfucking cheetahs, bro. What? This was my kill.
To the listeners, the kills would be. How should we phrase this?
Someone's daughter.
Someone's daughter. Men and their okay, that would be too sensitive to say the word prey, but in the process of
Women hunt as well.
suiting,
Women hunt
you're
as
right,
well?
you're right.
When they go hunting, they hunt as well?
Women got their
Women hunted
cheetahs.
packs.
Women got their cheetahs and their jaguars. They hunted packs.
Also, let me hear. I'll give you my perspective. You give
I
me
don't know.
yours.
Yeah, speak.
I have noticed, like when girls go up. First of all, women like to be chased,
Yes.
but you do have those outliers who who have the confidence
Power.
to muster up a little bit of extra courage. Maybe they might need a drink or two, and they would actually go up to a guy.
They go hunt. Yeah.
And if a girl comes up to me like that, first of all, it catches me off guard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It catches me a little off guard. And then when I snap back into what's happening in this moment, I'll be like, oh, okay, this is This is nice. This is a little different. If she out of respect, I will always talk to her. But if she doesn't really capture my interest, I would respectfully decline.
Fair.
But if it's like somebody who does capture my interest, I'm like, yo, she bagged me, like literally. She came to me.
So
and I like
so
it
you're
sometimes.
the prey. So you're the prey now.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still doing my ambush hunting.
Oh, for sure.
But if
in this case, you'd be the prey.
if a female cheater runs up to me, and I didn't know I was in her cross sights,
you would be the male gazelle.
You damn right. You know, and depending on if I'm a large gazelle and I don't want to be caught by this cheater,
then
I'll
you
run away.
Then you run.
But if I'm a large gazelle and this cheater is a strong cheater, I'm like, well, she got me. Yeah.
She bagged you.
She bagged me, bro. How you feel about women approaching you, hunting you?
Well, knowing me, I am but a man. When women hunt me, I just drop dead.
You mean like
I just drop dead.
Have you ever seen iguanas like when they are hunted?
No.
When an iguana feels threatened, it plays dead. It just goes stiff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like a iguana?
I'm like an iguana.
When you realize
what?
Yeah, you just play dead and see. Hopefully,
she don't see me. No, I wouldn't mean it that way. I wouldn't say drop dead, but I would say I would fall victim.
You fall victim.
I would fall victim to her embrace. I just I am sold.
Regardless if it is or is not your preference or type.
No, I think if it's not to my preference, I would bounce.
Okay. But you give her credit for like
for
shooting her shot.
Yeah.
I think so though. Like those girls need a little extra credit, bro. Those modern day girls now.
Modern day girls doing their
shoot their shots.
They shoot,
bro. Come and shoot your shot, girl. I will never reject you harshly. I'll be like, baby love, I'm sorry. Thank you I really appreciate this.
I would say women.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Women have been on the receiving end. Now they are on the giving end. It's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah. What pisses me off is my example of the jaguar and the cheetahs, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes I be hating on the guys that just do the running approach and they get the kill, and I'm just like,
They call dibs first.
Yeah, bro.
Quick.
I was waiting.
Quick pause. Cool. Animal / personality analysis. But I suppose humanity in general, we are somewhat of we have our animalistic behavior. You know. To put it simply, being human is also part animal. We have some resembling behaviors to different species of animals. We have, just like how we talk about group, solitary, all forms of
playing dead,
you know,
or running, fight, flight or freeze.
Yeah. It is such an interesting way of perspective to look at it, as to how resembling it is. It's just so weird.
The stronger child taking advantage of the younger child.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that like baby eagles, like eagles or birds of prey, have been recorded where the strongest hatchling, let's say there's normally 2 or 3 hatchlings, the strongest one would obviously be jumping more towards the food when the mother or father brings food to the nest.
Right.
And the weaker one, the parents, after a while, when they observe, okay, this is the weakest link, they would literally...
They kick them off the nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom kick you out.
Your mom kick you out of home. You out straight when you're weak.
Bro, people are wild. Human beings are wild.
No, eagles are wild.
Wait for it. Human beings are wild, but nature's
wilder.
Harsh, bro. If you think humans toxic, nature is toxic, bro. killing baby sperm whales.
We can't get PC with Animal Kingdom,
bro.
Nature is nature. We can't get PC with nature.
They have no pause. They have no chill, bro. You go and kick your baby out, kick your baby out in the nest.
It is crazy.
Dog, that's wild, bro.
It is crazy.
A mother.
But can you imagine something of a similar case does happen to humanity? Maybe people in the past. Maybe people in the Middle Ages, Stone Age. I don't know.
I mean,
we were once animal too.
I mean, like, for sure, like
primitive primates. No.
Yeah, primates. But like in yesteryear, you're talking about like people who have disabilities and whatnot would be less considered to do something compared to regular abled people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We would have been at one specific time period where we are like animals. But then we got smarter, technologies got better. We can think that we are not like the animals that we used to be.
Bro, you know what? You just said something we can think.
Yeah.
This is why I feel like so basic as a human sometimes. You know, like when you were studying maths in secondary school or even in university, and your teacher tells you there's a formula for this and a formula for that. Somebody actually sat down and thought of this formula that generations after has been using to problem solve. I don't have the cerebral capacity to like think of these formulas. How do they think of these formulas?
Who knows? That could be.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a different depth of cerebral power.
Are we going to a higher power now? Are we going to the topic of higher power?
I'm talking about, first of all, these are formulas that I wouldn't even know how to fathom create.
Yeah.
Second of all, this was done in yesteryear.
You damn right.
When, like, in my mind, I'm like, aren't we supposed to be more educated now? These people have thought about these formulas decades ago, centuries ago.
Yeah. It's unbelievable how
I just feel so basic sometimes. I'd be like, sometimes I forget what pi is.
I have a friend who might be a little smarter than I am. I'm not being humble, just because she might be a genius, and she hit me with a hard fact that there might be people who are stupid, there might be people who are smart, and it's basically the survival of the fit. It goes with the saying, survival of the fittest. There are people who are smart, they stay smart, they come up with all kinds of great big ideas, and then we are just normal. There would be geniuses who are able to manage things, and it's just in their genes. But that was her argument.
The elites,
the
1%ers,
the 1%ers that stay in the shadows. They might be genius. They, for some reason,
Bruce Wayne's.
For some reason, they just have it in their genes, or maybe had knowledge passed down from generations that they survived the longest time. It could be. It could be that the family have survived tens and hundreds of generations. Meanwhile, the rest of the human race, just everybody had maybe 2 or 3 generations and they're gone.
Basic bitch.
Yeah. So it could be that it's the survival of the fittest. We have our own somewhat of an animal kingdom in the human race.
There's a hierarchy.
There's a hierarchy in the human race.
Of course.
It's possible.
Of course, we see it from politicians down to hand workers.
Yeah. We may be denying hierarchies the whole time, but hierarchy has been here the whole time. And it's a hard, I guess, in order to step up the hierarchy, you just gotta find ways. You do your thing. Some people might be smart in making mathematical formulas, but some people are really cunning and finding their ways up the ladder.
Yeah.
Geniuses in different ways.
I think about life constantly, bro, and I'm very reflective, extremely reflective, and sometimes I think about shoulda, woulda, coulda, what if, like in the past, right? For example, what if I focused my energy in different type of areas where I naturally noticed
could have been
I would have flourished.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, like people always say, like, no, I would never change the past because, you know, life now would be... I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. I have some past that I regret and I wish I could change.
That you know
Yeah,
you
but,
could have been...
But that
you could have
means...
flourished.
Yeah, but that means that I wouldn't have met some of the friends that I've created in my life.
True.
Am I willing to sacrifice that? I don't know. I kind of want to know.
Kind of want to know.
I kind of want to know what would my life would have been like, because I would have anyway. I digress. What I'm trying to say is that, like, something that I'm really considering doing when I have my younglings is observing what are their natural strengths or interests,
Right.
and pushing more in
To
that
observe
direction.
closely. Yeah.
Because, for example,
Let them on the right path.
I'm very tactile. I'm very good with my hands, right? I like working with my hands. But when I was in high school and stuff, obviously my parents are traditional parents where try to be a doctor, try to be a lawyer, try to be an engineer.
They try to push you on the thinking side.
Yeah, the analytical side, which is fine because that's what they heard growing up and that's what they saw was a better life. So they would try to get their children into that. I understand that. But I did those subjects and I struggled and I eventually passed those subjects, whatever. But
it wasn't your place.
But I feel so much more alive when I do other things that I think if I pushed more, if they pushed me more into it, where would I have been now? You know, I wouldn't have been an architect.
Hypothetically, that's plausible if they push you in the right way.
Yeah.
But
because my parents saw a knack for me for creating stuff. That's why they got me. That's why I found myself architecture, because they didn't know how to get me into architecture. I had to find it,
right,
as a study program or whatever. Because my parents don't know any architects. When they only knew engineers and doctors and lawyers.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But I suppose parenthood is always a very blurry and foggy area. Nobody knows.
Yeah, they don't know. And they're just trying their best.
Jump right into it.
And I had to understand that as an adult. Bro, to be completely untransparent, in the last 3 years, I kind of accepted that because I was upset about a lot of things in my past.
I think everybody do.
But I just accepted that, hey, they were just trying their best, but they didn't know what is the best move.
I don't think they would have known. I think
we might do the same thing.
We probably don't know too, yeah.
I might be telling you now, I might want to push my kid in whatever I see they have a natural knack for, and then they might be like, when they're adult, why didn't you get me more into this as well?
Exactly. If you that is always the question. If you really let it run loose, would that be the right thing to do? That's also a gamble. Everything's a gamble in life.
Oh, that's so wild.
You are not your child.
You're damn right.
So you will never know. I mean, as much as you do observe, at the end of the day, when the pendulum swings from left to right so quickly, you don't have time to react.
I think the battery on your camera is going to die.
You think so?
What was that blinking light?
It does look like battery's running low.
Alright, guys.
Are we at the end of the session?
We thank you for listening to this episode of Dumplings and Somethings. Please comment below. If you have any type of views, we will definitely read your comments and get back to you. We'll discuss it in the next episode. We're working on creating a Patreon. Listen out for that, for the information, either down below in our information tab. And if you don't want to subscribe to our Patreon, we're also working on a donation spot where you could probably just leave a tip for us. We would be very appreciative. We're trying to make our situation better here, and eventually that will be a better situation for you. So you help us, we help you in whatever way we can. Until next time,
we out.
Peace.